All right, it is a sold-out house here at the 2300 Arena. They have been filing in for what seems like hours, waiting for the Battleground to be unleashed. My name is Joe Navaro here on the crow's nest of the former ECW Arena, and we are now joined by the world's strongest man, former World Heavyweight Champion, and current analyst Friday nights on TNT for AEW Rampage, Mark Henry, part of our afternoon Icons of Wrestling meet and greet, and one of the most personable athletes you're going to find. Always a smile on his face. Happy to be here to kick off what is a star-studded electric night of competition featuring stars from every organization over the past 3 decades. He's still got it. How old is that hand now?
Welcome to Battleground. Now, it's been a long time since we were able to get together like this. Right? Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Don't let it be reserved tonight. This is the ECW week. Every third commercial, television show, media ad, print, video, whatever it is, what is it? Pro wrestling. The world copies us. The world copies every fan that's in this building tonight. With that being said, guys, I've been in the back. A stacked card. Y'all not here for me, you here for them. I hope that y'all ready because they are chomping at the bit to get out here and perform for you, and you give them your damn best attention. Some popcorn and give me a nice cold Sprite. I know y'all didn't recognize me when I walked down the ring with my mask on, didn't you? But guys, please, have a good time and welcome to the Battleground.
Mark Henry sets the stage as only he can. We are heartbeats away from the action getting underway. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Battleground Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, welcome to the ring, the Secret Navaro, Buddy Matthews.
Well, Buddy Matthews has called himself one of wrestling's best-kept secrets for quite some time. But this man is a secret no more. Still only 32 years of age, not yet entered his prime. This Australian-born athlete is going to prove that he is not a lackey. He's not meant to be in the background. He is meant to take center stage. And tonight is Buddy Matthews' first one-on-one match with no shackles, no handcuffs. We saw the videos online. Buddy Matthews, he's been discharged. He's been set free. No longer under the confines of others. And tonight, maybe the first time professional wrestling is introduced to the real Buddy Matthews on a grand scale. Whoa. Well, I'm not going to agree with that. And I think somebody else is taking umbrage with that. That's Casey Navaro, and Navaro has been in many ways the protege of Brian Cage.
Casey Navaro. You're good friends with Brian, right? You guys work out together, right? I guess that he's not giving you the secret sauce that he's on, right?
Whoa. Well, Casey Navaro is undersized compared to Buddy Matthews, but he's not going to back down. Casey Navaro is standing up for his buddy, no pun intended, that couldn't be here. And this was not scheduled. Both Buddy Matthews and Casey Navaro had a separate match against different opponents throughout the course of this broadcast, but Casey Navaro's jumped the gun, and he's come out here at the behest, at the defense of Brian Cage, who is not here because he's, to be quite honest, he's unable to walk. He had some stem cell therapy on his knees, and there's been some side effects, and it's been a slow healing process. Brian Cage missed AEW's events this past week as well, and he's missed Battleground tonight. I know he's very disappointed over that. Cage is looking forward to testing himself against Buddy Matthews, and certainly Matthews has sour taste in his mouth as well. Casey Navaro is a bit undersized. He's up that cruiserweight weight class. Buddy Matthews definitively is not. And Matthews has been in, you know, the system of Stamford and to a lesser extent Orlando for about 8 years now. And we mentioned that he felt like a prisoner, felt like he was held captive and not able to truly branch out, spread his wings and fly. Rapid fire offense by Navaro and Buddy, both men to their feet. This crowd is jacked. I cannot find an empty chair in this entire building. I do believe the word came out about a half hour ago. We were officially sold out here this evening. Battleground Championship Wrestling. These fans have been waiting for many, many months for us to be back in the arena in full force, ready to show what we can bring to the table. Casey Navaro is a budding star, recently signed to MLW. And you saw Buddy sneak in a bit of a cheap shot that time. But Navaro's been a 6-year pro. And he has amassed a reputation of maybe pro wrestling's hottest up-and-coming underdog. And notice Navaro is completely fearless in this matchup. Showing the fight, and Matthews chops the post inadvertently. That's the quickness of Casey Navaro coming into play. And as the larger man dazed, quickens the pace. Casey up and over. Perpetual motion here, keeps moving. And Casey catches himself, and well, that nomenclature and gesticulation spoke for itself. Oh, Casey slips in. He calls that the 305, does Casey, area code of Miami, where Casey's originally from. Buddy tries to battle back. Casey catches Buddy into the jump up Hurricane Rana. And Casey has done a great job of using his quickness, of perpetually striking from all directions. And that's Matthews off his game, and oh my God, there's the power. And a suplex on the ring frame. Belly to back style as well. It's almost cliche, but it's the hardest part of the ring. It's where metal meets wood. And it's where Casey Navaro's spine connected, and your spine will not win. This will test the heart, the guts, the tenacity of young Casey Navaro, who I believe is still in his early to mid-20s. He's got his entire career ahead of him. He's just a budding, blossoming star, as is, and Casey just back in the nick of time. Buddy was looking count out. Buddy was looking to send a message to Brian Cage at the expense of Casey Navaro, and he was about a quarter of a second away from accomplishing it. Ouch. And I think this is a sense of frustration. From Buddy Matthews. Maybe in the past several years. And that caught Casey right up between the shoulder blades. You could see Navaro tighten up, stiffen up, and wince in pain. And these fans may be the death knell for young Casey Navaro, who likes to call himself blessed, and I think he feels anything but at this time. And Buddy Matthews illustrated he's going to wrestle how he wants, when he wants, the way he wants, without being dictated to by anybody at long last. Casey Navaro talks about being blessed. He talks about how fortunate he is that he's been able to accomplish what he has in this business. Oh, consciousness maybe his accomplishment at this point. If that, those elbows to the side of the jaw, right around the mandibular area of Casey Navaro, and you can see Navaro's rocked. I'm not sure he's aware where he is at this point. And that's the advantage. You've got a guy like Buddy Matthews who's got to be, what, 220 pounds, 230 pounds? Casey Navaro probably, what, 160, 170? There's a decisive size advantage from Buddy Matthews to Casey Navaro. And notice as Matthews drives down Navaro's head and neck towards the canvas, Navaro's body goes limp and he goes horizontal. And this negates any type of leverage Navaro would have to get out of this hole. And I doubt that Buddy's going to get a submission, but it's going to wear down Navaro, and it's going to slow him down. And that's the most important thing for Buddy to do at this point in the match. Navaro to his feet, you could tell he did not have his weight fully under him. He tried to back Buddy into the corner to break the grip. He's got a little bit more balance that time, but that grip strength of Matthews, and then a handful of hair. to get that chin lock back on. Casey Navaro is tenacious, though. And Navaro's fighting for a cause. Brian Cage took Casey under his wing. They work out together. They travel together at some points, and Buddy travels to the outside of the ring after the thrust kick of Navaro meets him. I was saying earlier, Casey feels he's blessed. No disrespect, Casey, but I disagree with you. I think that you're fortunate, but I think you've earned everything you've gotten. It's that work ethic, that tenacity, that never say die attitude. That's why you're in the spots you're in, Casey. It's not being blessed, it's earning it your damn self. And Casey can earn every bit of this suicide dive. And second time, yeah. A little more elevation and a little more contact because Casey made sure that Buddy was closer to the ring. And a third time. You notice Casey, I believe, went under the second rope, under the top rope, then over the top rope on 3 concurrent dives. The impact escalates every time, but so does the risk. Casey did not go balls out at Jump Street. He made sure Buddy was in a compromising position, and then he capitalized. Such a smart move by this young man. And Casey, oh, you gotta stick and move, but way all over the trunks was Buddy Matthews. Try to steal a victory. Fireman carry. Oh, what a competitive matchup. Casey! With a Halo DDT. This could be all upset. No. And could you imagine the headlines, and maybe more importantly, could you imagine the demeanor of Buddy Matthews if his first matchup on the scale, his second matchup at all, his first singles matchup in the new chapter of his career, ends in a loss to somebody that Buddy demeaned and diminished and didn't view on his level. Casey looking to take a chance. And notice Casey has slowed up a lot in the punishment he's taken, and that enabled Buddy to grab onto the foot in desperation. Casey fights him off. With distance will come opportunity if you're Casey Navaro. Got the mule kick right to the stomach. Oh no. Casey wasn't fast enough. Got his neck crimped. And Buddy Matthews hits the power bomb. What a near fall. Talk about straight unmitigated power by Buddy Matthews. Casey Navaro was nearly driven through the canvas, but it wasn't enough for 3. I think some fans are chanting the all too familiar ECW letters. Of course, the Hardcore Hall of Fame banners hanging in the rafters, but some of these fans also chanting BCW because this is an incredible start. And we have so much more to come. I can't even try to recap it all in the course of this segment, not only because of the lightning fast offense, but we've just got names for days here tonight. Matthews, the back kick. Casey able to sidestep, and Murphy's Law attempt, but Casey counters. Able to roll through for a near fall. Oh, Casey looked to jump up the body, but got caught in a buckle bomb. Curb stomp, shades of a one-time friend, but it's not enough. Buddy's digging deep into the reserves, pulling out a lot of tricks he's learned from some major players, but Casey Navaro is showing you he more than lives up to the hype. He came to deliver. He came here to show out. This was not the match that Casey Navaro was scheduled in, but it's the match Casey Navaro wants to make a career in. Matthews is measuring Casey, who is pro, which is the worst thing he could be. Takes out the vertical base. A fancy footwork, and Casey connects. Oh, Casey counters the momentum. swings Buddy through. And KC is feeling it. A high-risk maneuver this late in the game. Will it pay off? 450 splash! No! Man, I've seen and heard the hype of Casey Navaro. This is my first time seeing this young man in person. I know Brian Cage has been giving Casey advice, workout tips, match feedback, the whole nine. And it's showing. And in the absence of Brian Cage, you know he's going to end up watching this matchup sooner or later. Casey Navaro, win or lose, I'd suggest is doing Brian Cage proud, but looking to bring it home. And Buddy counters. Oh, a debilitating knee, nearly through the face. And there's Murphy's Law. And Buddy is victorious in the 2300 arena. Well, Buddy was victorious. It wasn't the first opponent Buddy expected. Heck, it wasn't even the second opponent that Buddy expected. But it was as tough an opponent as you're gonna find. Hey, it's cliche. KC doesn't have the largest body in the locker room, but he may have the largest heart. And pound for pound, he may be one of the toughest. And KC fought his ass off. Casey Navaro came here to support his friend, to shut up a critic. And even through a loss, I think Casey did a lot to accomplish that. But it's Buddy Matthews, your winner, as Battleground Championship Wrestling rolls on. Little Guido Maritaxo with the trademark FBI salute alongside legendary wrestling photographer George Napolitano, who's documenting everything tonight. And hearing that entrance song, Staying Alive, an FBI staple, I can't help but think of the wild-eyed Southern boy from Nashville, Italy, the late, great Tracy Smothers. We miss you, Tracy. Hey, DeAngelis did it. DeAngelis, you're supposed to be impartial. How dare you? You brought shame to us, squadron of announcers. Little Guido accepted an open challenge laid forth by Raven on behalf of an unknown follower. And we know Raven is an expert of mass manipulation, but we also know Guido will never turn down a fight. An eerie and macabre chill hangs over a sold-out arena crowd. And it leads. So we know Raven has an eye for talent. You can think about some of the people he's had as his followers over the years, the likes of Stevie Richards, and Billy Kidman, and the late great Chris Kanyon. And to see this man, Alec Odin, who I've seen before, about a 4-year pro out of the Baltimore area, an amateur standout. I don't know if he's going to want to hook with Guido. And Guido looking for a single leg. Guido, keep in mind, is a great catch wrestler, shoot style wrestler, grappler. And Raven grabbing the ankle, come on. Guido realized he was in trouble easily and quickly. Raven, a master of deception. And Raven has a way of getting inside your head and playing games with you just by walking in the room. You don't have to do anything. His mere presence is foreboding, and it's unsettling. As is the presence of Alec Odin, who is the last agent of the apocalypse. And certainly Raven is not ready to let go of his stranglehold on the legacy of this building and all of the careers and lives he's tormented over the years. Certainly the Sandman comes to mind, Terry Funk, many others. How he tortured poor Stevie for years. And Raven is such a great manipulator. He's able to, shoulder tackle takedown. Guido's knee pad slipped off. And you see that left knee is heavily braced. I wonder if Raven had maybe pulled at it when Raven had the boot of Guido a moment ago. Guido, a multiple-time World Tag Team Champion in ECW with Tracy Smothers. I won't articulate what Guido just said. I think you could hear it at home or read some lips. Guido won tag titles with Tracy Smothers, with Tony Mamaluke. Shout out Team Mizzle up in Brooklyn right now. That's straight power. And Guido's about 200 pounds. And Guido is very well put together. He's one of those guys, is Guido. He's a wrestler's wrestler. And there's some mind games for you. I like it. Keep in mind Guido's history as a fighter in Japan for UWFI, pre-FBI days. And that was when Guido was in his early 20s. He was a tough bastard from day one. Odin sent in hard. And for Guido at his size to send Odin in that hard shows you how much power and leverage Guido has behind him, and up with almost a Buzz Sawyer style power slam by Alec Odin. A college wrestling standout, a man who scored 100 pins. I don't think he was ever defeated. In fact, I heard the only oh, come on, Raven. Hey now. Raven getting his shots in and doing anything in his power to make sure this does not stay one-on-one. But I understand the only reason Odin stopped amateur wrestling is because he got into a fist fight with his coach. This guy's not all there. And I think that recklessness, that lawlessness, attracts Raven to it. Raven sees something, maybe it's a little raw, maybe it's a little unpolished, but Raven has those tools, that mental acumen, to potentially mold Odin. And he was, oh, wait a minute. Guido was going for that cross arm breaker, Juji Katami. And Odin cut it off right away. Just straight overpowered Guido. Hard blows. I mean, for Raven to issue an open challenge to anybody in this building of all places speaks to Raven's confidence about Alec Odin. Well, these fans are not big on Alec Odin, and that's certainly because he's decimating Guido right now. He lacks cover. I don't know if you're going to beat anybody from the original ECW with 1 foot on the chest. Guido fighting back, hammering away, and what a slam. Odin made it look effortless. I think the fans are happy the do-rag's gone. Odin gets ahead of steam. No one there on the leg drop. Odin lands tailbone first. And Guido the low drop kick. Could this be enough? 2 count, and I'm not sure if I would call this an upset or not. Guido's got home turf, but Odin has the dastardly Raven. Guido up top. Sicilian slice connects. He got enough to drop the big man down, and Odin powers out. And that's the most emphatic kick out I've ever seen off the Sicilian slice. And I mean, the slice barely dropped Odin. You notice Guido kind of slipped off the back of the head, and that wasn't sweat, that wasn't anything Guido did wrong. That was just Odin's so massive. He's hard to move, but he can sure move you. And oh, check out this choke. This rear naked choke, the body scissors is cinched in tight, and Guido has no choice but to tap out. And that's huge to make little Guido tap out. I notice Raven looking at Guido, stoic, cold, and emotionless, as Odin won't relinquish this hold. The match is over, come on. Odin, you proved your point.
The referee has disqualified Alec Odin, the winner, Little Guido.
Oh man, a reverse decision. Odin wouldn't break the hold, and the official called an audible. Guido doesn't look like much of a winner, but Raven's been foiled again. And once again, Odin's temper, much like with his amateur coach, gets the better of him. And this is not the result Raven hoped for his last agent of the apocalypse. Might be back time to strap him into the chair and do a little more brainwashing, but little Guido Maritato, barely conscious, but he's technically your winner. And these fans still love everything Guido's been able to do here in South Philadelphia. Congratulations, little Guido Maritato. It wasn't the win you may have wanted. It may have been the win you needed. Guido not resembling a winner. Guido gets the W in the official record book. Well, it's the #1 wrestling program on Sirius XM Radio, busted open. And these are two of the men that make that program so special. David LaGreca and Bully Ray. And you want to talk about someone who's always opinionated, always speaks their mind. I think Mr. Legursky and Sir Bully at the top of most anybody's list, and I'm looking very much forward to seeing what happens with this live interview with a wrestling legend and Hall of Famer.
So, just a couple of things real quick. This is my first time standing in a wrestling ring and in front of a real deal crowd in 2 years. And when I got the phone call, I was like, I'm not sure. And I said to the promoter, where? And they said in the ECW arena. So if I had to come back, I am so, so happy that it's with you people. And you know that I would never bullshit you. I am very, very happy to be standing here right now. I think we gotta thank this guy here. Because this is the guy that created the #1 pro wrestling show in the world. And he created it for you. It's a show by the fan, for the fans. So do the right thing, Philadelphia. Give, as Mark Henry would say, give David Ricketts his flowers right now.
Because somebody told me Thunder Rosa might be in Philly, so I almost didn't show, but you know what? The hell with her, because I love Philadelphia!
Okay. Stop chasing the hug and going for the cheap pop. I did that already. Tonight is going to be cool for us. It's going to be very special for me. I hope it's special for you. The person that we are about to bring out, to me, is royalty in the world of tag team wrestling. I would like everybody to please get on your feet. Please! And give a rounding ECW arena ovation to the manager of the greatest tag team that has ever existed, Precious Paul Ellering.
What an honor it is to have Paul Ellering here live in person in the arena. Mr. .com himself with his trademark Wall Street Journal, synonymous with Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors, for well over a decade. We lost Road Warrior Animal a year ago, almost to the day. It'll be a year ago this Wednesday. The Road Warrior Animal passed, and what a great way to remember Hawk and Animal and maybe share some road stories from wrestling's most feared tag team of the 1980s. NWA, AWA, WWF Tag Team Champions, the only team to ever do it.
From the rocking of the cradle to the rolling of the hearse is the going up worth the coming down. Because we always made our money the old-fashioned way. We beat people for it. I feel better. Well,
I'll say this. You're the manager of the greatest tag team of all time. So in my opinion, in the history of pro wrestling, you're the greatest manager of all time.
thank you very much for that kind compliment. I deserve it.
Let me ask you this. Here you are, sold out crowd in Philadelphia. You're used to being in front of sold out crowds in Philadelphia. One of my favorite memories as a wrestling fan, Halloween Havoc, 1989 in Philadelphia. Could you share a memory about that one?
It was a spectacular event. The LOD, the Road Warriors, always loved to come to Philadelphia. This was our home. People like bad people in Philadelphia. And we were bad people. I always told my boys, I said, when my boys are bad, they're very good.
I wish Walking Animal were still here, as I'm sure you do, as I'm sure they do. Before the doors opened, I had the pleasure of sitting down with you right over there. We got to chat for a while, and you told me how it made you sad to show up to nights like tonight and knowing that neither one of your boys were here anymore. And like that talk with you meant a lot to me, and I know, as sure as you do, that they're looking down on us in this ring, and they're very happy right now to see you.
I want to tell you a story. I woke up this morning, I went to the gym. I got on the old Stairmaster. And I look out this little thin window and a 3-foot dividing wall. And guess what's on that window on the outside? It was a spider. So I did my 1,500 steps. Then I go over to the treadmill. I'm walking on the treadmill, and I look out the window. It's a spider. I can't believe it. I went and looked where I previously was, and that one was no longer there. That spider followed me to the next window. Not only that, but on the way to the airport, we're driving, and there's a hawk in the ditch. And he takes off, and he's got a mouse in his claws. It was meant to be. We're watching right now.
Paul, we wanted tonight to be special for you. I wanted tonight to be special for them. We all wanted to do something for you and for Hawk and Animal. Now, I know the Road Warriors never wrestled in the ECW arena, but if there was ever a tag team that deserved to be inducted into the ECW Arena Hall of Fame, it's you guys. So on behalf of me, my brother Devon, the Dudley Boys, and Bustin'
Ah, you're damn right. Without the physicality, the aggression of Hawk and Animal, so many ECW stars may have not been inspired as they were. Hawk and Animal take their place in wrestling history with one of the greatest wrestling cities in the world, Philadelphia. That always appreciated the LOD and the mind behind the mayhem, Precious Paul Ellering. Well, talk about a polarizing individual. Enzo has been the topic of much fanfare and adulation, and also much scorn and criticism over the years. This is a matchup of two different eras of very charismatic and very electric individuals. I can't wait to see the dynamic here, to be honest with you. I don't think Enzo knows how to do anything traditional.
Due to copyright, I'm gonna need a little help right here. My name is and I'm here. Thank you. That was easy. My bull, realest guy in the room. How you doing? Now today is Mama Amore's birthday. And I think I need a little help from this Philly crowd tonight singing her happy birthday. Are you guys down with that? I love you, Mom. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mom. Happy birthday to you.
Who says Philadelphians don't have
You know
heart?
how I knew I was in Philly, people? When I came out here, it smelled like all you people farted at the same damn time.
Well, never mind. Enzo ruined that.
That's right. This city smells like what it sounds like. Philadelphia.
This is why we can't have nice things.
I mean, one thing that me and this dump of a city do share in common is we have 0 dimes. Bunch of sixers, ladies, at best. Bunch of sixers. The closest thing you people have had to an 8 is a Lakers Kobe Bryant jersey, let's be real. And beyond that, when Allen Iverson is the best answer you ever had, that is the problem. Yeah, that's right. The problem is this town. Your mom sucks dick. You wouldn't be here otherwise. You wouldn't be here otherwise. Now, hey, let me just say, Ricky Morton.
Well, Ricky Morton's heard enough of this rumble in the grundle nonsense. And I love the entrance music. An homage and tribute to the late, great, beautiful Bobby Eaton. Much like rock and roll, the legacy of Bobby Eaton, too, will never die. Ricky Morton, still going strong. Countless time tag team champion. NWA, Smoky Mountain. Ricky Morton has done it all. And how about the wars the Midnights in the Rock and Roll have had, not just here in Philly, but all over the country. And these fans still feeding off of that infectious nature of Ricky Morton.
Rock and roll. Ricky, I'll give it to you. You're all a favor. And you can relate to this city. Philly, you can relate to him. You know why they can relate to you? Because just like you, they got their asses kicked their whole life for one ring. Screw the Eagles.
Was that Enzo's mic drop moment? Well, Enzo has never been shy about expressing his opinions. And Ricky Morton with his own response. Ricky Morton doesn't want to talk on a microphone. He's not here for a verbal debate. Ricky Morton's here to fight. And the real one, Enzo, better understand that he's had a real bona fide legend and Hall of Famer across the ring from him. Many men have tried to end Ricky Morton and the Rock and Roll Express.
Check 1, 2. Hey, the man who's in the ring right now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put your tax dollars hard at work right now. Because the man right here who made the machine more famous than Gatorade is going to use all of your Medicaid. How you doing?
Easier said than done, my friend. 4 times NWA World Tag Team Champion. In Jim Crockett Promotions, the Mid-Atlantic lineage. Another 3 times under the NWA National lineage. All as part of the Rock and Roll Express. That's 7 total if you're keeping track. Another 10 times as Smoky Mountain Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And that's not even counting his numerous independent championships, his Hall of Fame accolades. Ricky Morton is 2nd generation. His father, Paul Morton, longtime referee in Memphis, Tennessee. The 3rd generation, Kerry Morton, is competing today around the country, oftentimes with Ricky Morton. Not here this week, but hopefully we'll see Kerry down the line. Is Enzo prepared for this test? Ricky's been wrestling for over 4 decades. Enzo goes to the eyes. No surprise he takes a cheap shot. But Ricky's been around wrestling his whole life. Don't shortchange that. Ricky Morton ducked underneath. Come through, oh, the rock and roll knee lift. Ricky Morton can still explode with those spurts of offense. And he brings such an energy, not just with him, but he brings it out of these people that makes any opponent off their guard. Any opponent becomes the away team when Ricky Morton owns the room. Enzo downstairs to the midsection. Enzo went for the rock and roll knee lift. Ricky the roll up. Ricky's gonna do it here. Oh, could you imagine if Ricky Morton? Yeah, you were that close, Ricky. A half a count away from a very decisive and quick victory. And Enzo, to me, he looks offended more than anything. Ricky tossing out a souvenir to a great youngster, front row. Enzo's pacing. He's very impatient. He's very off his game. And that's something Enzo tries to do to his opponents. Because Enzo found an opening, though. He charged through with a clothesline. Ricky wasn't expecting it. And this game, this matchup will be as much a game of human chess mentally as I think it will physically. Oh no, Ricky Morton got dropped and quashed across that steel guardrail. Oh, and that's a game changer and a half as well. And what is this? Enzo has Morton elevated. What the hell? Where is he going with Ricky Morton? Ricky Morton just rammed into that ring post from high overhead, and as if the spine and the neck and the back of the head hitting that steel ring post, that edged ring post. That's not as a squared post. That's a corner as an edge that'll dig into your skin. But then Ricky fell from, God, 7 or 8 feet. His head may have hit the ringside table. He hit that unprotected floor. I don't know which part of that was worse for Ricky Morton, but the veteran and Hall of Famer is in a bad way. And on a night where the Road Warriors get inducted into the 2300 Arena Hall of Fame for their contributions to our industry, what a night it could be for another tag team legend to meet defeat. And, oh, Morton is defenseless at this point. Jeez. Enzo's bringing out the aggression. Enzo senses an opening, and he knows he's well enough to know not to. Now he's measuring him. 3 paces back and to the left, back and to the left. Oh, now that's questionable. Field goal, it's good, through the uprights. Make every pun and cliche you can. But I think that kick landed way beyond the backfield, if you know what I'm saying. And Ricky Morton's in a bad way. Enzo taking a chance up top. Oh, wet drop kick, nobody there. Ricky Morton sidesteps. Ricky Morton's got a chance. Ricky Morton, the pile driver, are you kidding me? Come on, Ricky Morton beat Enzo. You never know what tricks a quote-unquote old dog can pull out. That's the cliche talking, not my words. Because as far as I'm concerned, you're only as young as you feel. And Ricky Morton is still wrestling a full schedule, and that Rock and Roll Express spirit is still charging through the veins of Ricky Morton every single time he competes, even in the sold-out ECW arena. And I hope beautiful Bobby's watching too. Tag team wrestling and its traditions alive and well here tonight in South Philadelphia. And I believe that's the mom of Enzo that's just been christened an honorary Rock and Roll Express fan. I love it. Ricky Morton, one of the timeless treasures of professional wrestling. What an honor to have him. And to see him victorious here in Battleground Championship Wrestling. AEW Showcase match coming up here on Battleground Championship Wrestling. My name is Joe Dombrowski. Austin and Colton Gunn are undefeated in AEW in any form of tag team matchup. Whether it's Colton and Austin, whether it's trios matchups, whether it's either of the boys and their dad, Billy Gunn. Colton is 26-0 in his career. He has never tasted a loss. Could that happen for the first time tonight? It wouldn't count against his AEW record, obviously. Chip off the old blocks, aren't they? A couple of sons of a gun. I'll tell you, I watch AEW. Watch AEW and I hear announcers like Taz talk about Austin, how obnoxious he is and annoying. And after meeting him, I just like to say, Taz, I get it. Bear Boulder and Bear Bronson are a couple of rough-neck bruisers and brawlers. Both these tag teams are looking to gain some traction in the AEW tag team division. Bear Boulder was injured for some time over a period of several months, but the team is back together and they're looking to make up for lost time. And we've seen a new attitude from Austin and Colton Gunn, at least on camera. Maybe they were always this way behind the scenes too, I'm not really sure, but we saw the Gunn Club attack Paul White from behind with a steel chair recently on AEW television because they feel slighted and they feel that they haven't gotten the proper attention and buzz and spotlight based on their immaculate win-loss record. And maybe there's a point to that, but I don't know they went about the best way of expressing it. It's Austin Gunn starting out with Bear Bronson. Austin, a 3-year pro. Graduated college in 2017. A degree in lacrosse at Rollins College, full scholarship. What Austin called the Harvard of the South. One thing about Austin, he loves to put himself over. He told me about how good he is, how he's the workhorse of AEW, how he was the MVP of the live crowd in the pandemic era with all the noise he makes. And trust me, Austin likes to make a lot of noise, but he was not able to overpower Bronson. And I'll say this about the Gun Club, much like their dad, you don't appreciate how big they are till you see them in person. These guys are very well put together. And Colton's nearly as big as his dad, and his dad is towering at 6'5" or 6. And Austin and Colton keep getting bigger and thicker. They put on mass as well. And that speaks to their dedication in the gym and to everything they're attempting to do. Yeah. I don't think that's going to intimidate Bear Boulder or Bear Bronson. A test of strength. Austin, are you kidding me? You can't be this delusional, man. Okay. Bear Bronson kind of got faded right into that one. I guess Austin learned from one of the best how to be a smartass. Yeah. Like father, like son. And Bear Bronson sends Austin Gunn crashing to the unprotected floor. There goes Colton as well. Bear Country showing you how it's done. There's some reciprocity. Never seen a couple of bears do a crotch chop before, but here we are. I'm not sure if Kurt Hawkins and Pat Buck taught him how to do that at the Creative Pro School. But they love using their power, does Bear Country. They love throwing around their mass, and you saw the Gun Club try to neutralize that momentum and play spoiler, and it failed miserably. Austin's not handling it well. Here goes Bear Boulder. Back in they go, Bravo, ducking the clothesline. Caught him on the rebound. And the brothers Gunn have not been able to get out of the blocks. Oh, look at those hard right hands. Colton Gunn, a standout at Florida State, watching on as his brother is limp and lifeless. And the Guns came in completely full of themselves and expect an easy ride, which you can never expect out of this building. Crowd coming alive for, oh, time to elevate Austin Gunn. Oh, way up high. And lets him drop, I love it. That's one way to shut Austin up. We could see the very first Gun Club loss of all time. Bear Bronson back in. And Colton is, I don't know how bad Colton wants a tag or not, but Austin's in a bad way. Austin trying to be sneaky and take out the leg, but when he got thick tree trunks like Bronson does, that chop block work, And here comes Colton, about 6'4" or so, 6'3", and getting more confident by the week. And you see the Gun Club have neutralized. Bear Bronson, and just wrenching that knee. And no, oh, there's a cover. Notice how Colton is smothering Bear Bronson with offense. Not letting the big man get back to his feet. That's the smart way to do this. His paws hurt. You gotta wonder how these kids were raised sometime. Well, then again. They grew up watching Daddy on TV, and he was never shy. Check out Bronson, looking to fight his way out. Colton was contorting that ankle, drives down onto that knee. You keep that vertical base off of the big man. His greatest strength, no pun intended, is negated. When you're on the ground, it doesn't matter if you're 300 pounds or if you're 6'5" or whatever you want. Austin trying to start a Terminator chant. Good luck there. Austin Gunn's biggest fan is in the ring holding his hand up right now. Long walk to set up whatever's coming here. And I think he just encountered a short pier. No. Oh, Bronson's leg couldn't support the weight of Austin Gunn, who can execute a shot right to the side of the face. Gun Club got it? No. Near fall. And concerned look on the face of Colton as Austin nearly blew this thing with his massive ego. Austin had the audacity to call himself a grizzled vet talking to me in the locker room earlier. These guys are so full of themselves. You know what? When you get success at a young age, that happens. And, oh! Colton went to low bridge. Bear Bronson, he wasn't even paying attention. His brother got it. And what an overhead suplex. Made Colton think about it and then connect it. But Bronson needs a tag, and quickly, Austin plays spoiler, sunset flip. And Austin tried to get Bronson away from that corner, but all of Bronson came down on top of Austin Gunn. Bear Country's gotta find this tag. You gotta reach, Bronson. You gotta reach. It's now or never. Bear Boulder, the legal man. Hard shots for both the Gunn brothers, the Gun Club. They get their membership revoked if Bear Boulder has anything to say about it. Oh, double goozle. That's a lot of humanity to get up. If you're Bear Boulder, and the Gun Club not going to wait and find out if he can do it. Oh, wait. Oh, Bear Boulder switches directions in midair. Gun Club goes down, and so do the straps. Oh, could this be an ill-advised tag? I know Bronson has heart. I know he wants to fight, but man, I don't know about this. Oh. This is the Bear Mountain Splash. This will do it. Here's Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn just tripped up Bear Country. Oh, no, there's the Famouser. Billy with the Famouser on Bear Bronson. No. And that smart-ass Austin just stole the win.
Your winning match, the Gun Club.
Gun Club sticks together. Gun Club gets the victory. And Billy Gunn was waiting in the wings, looking for an opening. Oh, somebody shut Austin Gunn up, please. For once in his life. Billy Gunn said you were that close. But the Gun Club in all forms and iterations remain undefeated throughout professional wrestling. And that is an incredible stat. Undefeated in tag team action, I should say. And if Billy Gunn's expecting Bear Country to be intimidated by him, anything could be, nothing I should say, could be further from the truth. I think Bear Country, even at far less than 100%, would gladly fight Billy Gunn right now. But Billy Gunn, I don't think wants anything to do with Bear Country face to face. He snuck in, hit a famouser when Bear Country had this thing won. And the Gun Club sneak away with their lives, but Bear Country leave with the respect of the Philadelphia faithful. Well, are you ready for a hoss fight? Are you ready for two men that are mad, bad, and dangerous to know? Wrecking Ball Legursky has held major championships without independent wrestling. He's appeared for promotions like Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor. And there are not many men more physically imposing than this 400-pounder. Because what are you going to do with him? Where are you going to take him that Wrecking Ball Legursky doesn't already want to go?
And his opponents.
Well, Steve Gibki is a young man looking for an opportunity. Calls himself the Jersey Muscle Jock. Trained at the world-famous Diamond Gym in Maplewood, New Jersey. And a lot of heavy players have worked out there in the past, from the Road Warriors to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. It is an old-school bodybuilding type of gym. A first-degree black belt in karate as well. A top 25 in the state as an amateur. Seen in first region. First in the region. And a man who's trained at Hoboken alongside such well-known MMA stars as Wanderlei Silva. And none of that at all is helping Gibki at this point, because Wrecking Ball Legursky rushed him at the sound of the bell. About a 9-year pro is Legursky, who is used to high-pressure situations. He's used to headlining cards. He's used to sold-out houses. He's not intimidated. He's not nervous. This, to me, may be the first, or the biggest of its kind opportunity in Gibki's career. And yeah, amateur standout, district champion. That's great. Won't help you here. This is a fight. And Gibki goes for a drop kick and caught Legursky high. And I didn't expect to see such quickness and agility in a match like this of two big boys. And Gibki flies. Legursky, his body was bent on that guardrail. And all the placements and all the rankings and all the accolades and all the standouts in karate, in martial arts, in amateur sports aren't going to help you when you're on the top rope and aren't going to save you from a tree trunk of a clothesline. Places the head right to that chest cavity. Wrecking Ball going to slow this down, and I don't think Gibki's comfort zone is in, oh, ouch. I don't think it's in drop kicks and dives and baseball slides, but how else do you try to tame this big man? Ouch. And he's feeling it. Man who calls himself just one of the boys. Well, it's not. Oh, God. Spurts of offense, glimpses of hope, all shut down by Wrecking Ball Legursky. Drops ahead again. I get Bam Bam Bigelow vibes from Wrecking Ball Legursky, which is a huge compliment. One of the greatest big men to ever compete, who had many great wars here in the ECW arena, did Bam Bam. Part of the triple threat. Feud with Taz. Gibki got the foot up. He was feeling the worst for wear after this unmitigated aggression from Legursky. Got the shoulder to the ample midsection. Well, let's be honest, everything is ample on Legursky. This guy's like a building. And he just got to use that power to drive Gibki halfway across that ring. Measures the elbow and he connects. Almost an Abdullah-esque elbow. This could do it. This will, no. Gibki slides the shoulder up. Got an opportunity here. But can Gibki get back into this thing? And again, it's one of those situations. Oh, wait a minute. You want to think about this Wrecking Ball? This brings coming in like a wrecking ball a whole new definition. Nobody there. Gibki out of the way. And Wrecking Ball, his size works against him because he hits with a slap. And you can almost feel the air rush out of his body. Jawbreaker by Gibki. He's got a chance. He's fighting. Maybe those martial arts strikes should come play a hand here. Oh. Not sure if Gibki's bleeding from the nose or not. It's hard to see from this distance, but Gibki, you can tell he's had a lot taken out of him. He's fighting with everything he's got right now. And a collision can't take the near 400-pounder down. For the second time, Will. Wrecking Ball's down. Is that enough? No. And Gibki sensed a potential victory, but then sensed it slip away almost as quickly. Two individuals, I don't know if they've ever been to this arena before, but looking to etch their name into history. Gibki firing away. He definitely looks to be lacerated from that nose, maybe the upper lip. He's in a bad way here. He's got to end this thing as quick as possible, and Legursky knows that. Legursky puts the brakes on by force. Oh, wait a minute, look at this! In a slam near 400 pounds! Steve Gibki, no, couldn't get him. Now, what a moment that was, and what it could have been had that been the end of this match. And Wrecking Ball, I'm not sure how many times he's been slammed in his career. I'd imagine you can count them on 1 or 2 hands. Now, Gibki was going DDT. May have been going for that jackhammer he likes to use. I believe he calls it the jockhammer. But into a variation of the world's strongest slam. Mark Henry's watching, but it wasn't enough. Legursky may have seen that move, but he didn't perfect it because it wasn't all. And some of the fans are protesting. It was a long, close 2 count, but the official had the best seat in the house, and he says that Gibki got that shoulder up. And Legursky was looking for a Vader bomb by the looks of things. And oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. Gibki can throw his back out. Wrecking Ball fighting the grip of Gibki. No. No. Power bomb across the ring, but it's not enough. Gibki's done some breathtaking things to a near 400-pound man, if not 400. And it hasn't been enough. And it's at the point Gibki's got to ask, what's next? What's left? What do I have to do to stop this literal and figurative Wrecking Ball? Oh. These stiff shots, these hard clotheslines from both sides. The Wrecking Ball still on his feet. Able to catch the right. Or that martial arts background, and Legursky in to that sidewalk slam. It's his specialty, and it does it here. Well, Battleground is about a lot of legends tonight. A lot of established stars writing new chapters are looking to find their way in a ever-changing climate, but you've got young talent who still have yet to carve their legacies. These are 2 of them. And on this night, the near 400-pound Wrecking Ball Legursky, he was the better man. What the hell is this? We saw this earlier. This has the fingerprints of Raven all over it, looking to send a message. And that eerie hush is back over this building, as you gotta believe that the last agent of the apocalypse may have just decided on a new target. But why here? Why now? And why Wrecking Ball Legursky? Well, this is not scheduled. But Raven and Alec Odin are back out here. And you want to talk about a hoss fight, a couple of big bruisers. We just saw an example of that, and we may be witnessing the next level of that. What is this? Raven whispering it. I thought we were going to see a physical confrontation. Raven whispering at Legursky and extending his hand. Is Raven on a recruitment mission? Could you imagine the power of the diabolical Raven with these two behemoths at his beck and call? Oh no, Legursky wants to be his own man. Legursky knows that Raven's manipulations generally benefit Raven more than anything, and we got a volatile situation out here as Odin and Legursky are nose to nose, and we're gonna need every extra body we have in the place to step between them so we don't have a literal apocalypse between these two men, and the building may implode with it. Odin broke through. It's taking 3 or 4 men to hold each of these athletes back. And now notice Raven with a gentle hand on the shoulder. I thought Raven had calmed him down, but I think he just instructed him to charge him again. Raven always the wolf in sheep's clothing when he wants to be. We know Raven's not pleased that Odin was not victorious due to a reversal of decision because of that just unprovoked aggression on little Guido that could have seriously injured the man. Hey, oh, come on. That's our event staff. They're just trying to earn their way into this business. They've done nothing to you, and they're hooking it up again. This is volatile. We may need to call in the Philadelphia Eagles to get between these guys. And it's all chaos at the behest of Raven. Where Raven goes, uncertainty follows. And I gotta believe that there will be a collision at some point here in Battleground Championship Wrestling between these two men officially, legally. But tonight's not that night. Well, we're not going to end this thing with a handshake or a hug or anything amicable. We're doing our best to restore order, and there's still a lot more to come. Oh, here we go again. Getting apart. We may have to throw him out of the building at this rate. This may continue in the parking lot. This may continue at the hotel. This may continue until we're back at the 2300 Arena.
Hold on a second. Let them all. If we could just get some quick words from you, how did you turn down an opportunity to learn under Raven?
How can I turn it down? Raven is nothing but a second-rate quarterback. In December, I'm coming back with pure evil. In December, I'm coming back with Kevin Sullivan.
What?
Kevin Sullivan?
Legursky's been talking to Sullivan, the devil himself, the Prince of Darkness. Oh, this just hit next level. The minds of Raven and Kevin Sullivan will be opposing each other here at the former ECW arena. That's huge. Bobby Fish certainly was part of an undisputed era in more ways than one over the past several years. But with a new era evolving in his former home, the timing has never been better for Bobby Fish to be free again. And back in the building he's had many successes in. Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion. Standout in the United States and Japan. Buddy Matthews, that's right, impromptu with Casey Navaro.
Buddy Matthews, he's not coming out here for another match. So I can either take my paycheck and go all the way home, but I came from way too far away. So I think the solution is open challenge to absolutely anyone in that locker room. Hey, you keep your shit up, I might drag you out of here and beat you up too. You can bring the chair, you can bring your friends, your mother, your father, it doesn't matter. Bring that fat gun of yours. It's all good, you can get some.
Well, there's somebody else that was scheduled for a match that found himself on the outs thanks to that impromptu situation. Casey Navaro had a scheduled opponent too. Ray Jazz is a young star on the rise. A 3-year pro, trained by the great Damian Adams, well known throughout the Northeast. A man who's competed as Ray Jazz on AEW Dark, on 205 Live. An NCAA All-American. Placed 7th in his county. Most wins in NYU history.
Where have you been? I was an NCAA All-American with most wins in program history. I'll compete with you right now. Let's go.
Ray Jazz isn't scared. Casey Navaro and Bobby Fish are two completely different athletes. Ray Jazz did not prepare for Bobby Fish. But he's ready to fight. And it's very noble of this young man. You see some of those amateur instincts kicking in as trying to pick a single leg as Jazz coming in with a low center of gravity. Talking about he was the NCAA All-American, 7th in his county, the most wins in the history of NYU. And the most wins in a single season in history. I mean, this guy has a pedigree and a rich, decorated history. And Bobby Fish can go on the mat as well. So this, although not what was originally scheduled or what we thought we were getting, very intriguing to me. And what is the mood that Bobby Fish has been in? Now, he also, like Buddy earlier, recently out of, for lack of a better term, purgatory. Back amongst the ardent wrestling fans, some of the toughest wrestling fans here in Philadelphia. Bobby Fish going to show what he can still do. And Bobby's one of those guys that every single year you see him, he gets better, he gets smarter. And there are no shackles and handcuffs here, much like with Buddy Matthews. You don't have to fight or hope for an opportunity. The people that deserve the opportunities are the ones here on this card, top to bottom. And notice that Jazz retains the dominant position on that headlock. Fish tried to swing his hips and roll out of it. Jazz rolled with it, kept the grip. And I love those subtleties and the leverage moves in pro wrestling. As Fish tried to shoot Jazz off and create some distance, Jazz just dropped to his ass. He fell down and negated that forward momentum to keep the headlock. There's a wide stance, a wide base by Ray Jazz in everything he does. Who likes to inspire people in his own unique way. On social media, he has what he calls Jazz Facts. He delivers every day as kind of inspirational moments. We'll see if he knows enough Jazz Facts to stop Bobby Fish, who opens up with a side round kick right to the chest cavity. Bobby Fish does have an extensive Muay Thai background, several disciplines of martial arts, honestly. But I think Bobby Fish prefers and is most favoring that leg action. Oh, nice single arm takedown, almost like a judo throw by Ray Jazz, as we're testing different combative waters between these two men who have a deep, deep arsenal, make no mistake about it. Ooh. Fish goes downstairs. And that's where the experience advantage of Bobby Fish comes into play against a relatively young man like Ray Jazz. He's able to turn things around, though. He's a fighter. Make no mistake about it, and an aggressive headlock takeover. I like the tenacious nature of Jazz, and he sees something that works and he keeps going with it. And Bobby Fish, who's been in the game 19 years, you're not going to outsmart him. Plain and simple. He's seen too much and too many places. But Jazz is looking to use that amateur credential to school Bobby, and maybe the one area Ray has over Bobby. And check this out. Fish is fighting back. Notice Fish knocked out that base. He kicked right in that inner thigh. It wasn't a low blow, it was the inner thigh. And that took Jazz off balance, and Fish followed through. Fish knew he had to do something to negate that dominant stance, because Jazz uses his legs for leverage and balance so well. And if you plant your feet and you spread your legs, it gives you a lot more grip strength and a lot more just ability to have a solid base in everything you do. You can put every bit of effort and energy you have into that particular hole, as Jazz was. Fish now sent in. Overhead, look out, Jazz hangs on. That's impressive. Ooh. And Fish is quite a Muay Thai nature's round kicks to the thigh, to the quad. If Jazz is unable to stand, then he loses that dominant position that he's aimed to get. Trading forearms, and every time Jazz has some momentum, Fish takes out the leg. It's smart wrestling. It's counter wrestling. Oh, and a tough, awkward spill. It's defensive wrestling more than anything. But it's what's needed. And Jazz is a smart man as well. He was an academic All-American. He had a 3.8 GPA. So Jazz has been smart enough to wrestle through and around a lot of this Bobby Fish offense. But Fish knows when to pick his spots. And springs in with a senton, nicely done. And is Fish going to be able to put this thing away? 2 count only. I don't know, when you talk about the young talent on this event that have not seen the national and global stage yet, I don't think there's a more put together, complete athlete on this roster than Ray Jazz. And this is my first time seeing him in person, but I've heard the hype.
I've heard the reputation. I've seen him on AEW Dark. He's a comer. He's going to be something someday. And that road could get a whole hell of a lot faster here tonight. And Fish.
Come on.
Nice cover off the suplex for 2. Bobby Fish back in a grittier, more physical, down and dirty style than he's seen over the past several years. But I really think it's where Fish thrives, and I think it's one of those examples of almost kind of muscle memory. You get back in that zone and you just do it. And it's like riding a bike. You don't forget how to do it. That leg lace takedown, that dragon screw, call it whatever you want. It hurt like hell, and Fish comes in with a low clothesline. Into the cover, hooks the leg, 2 count only. And Fish. Notice as Fish sits in the chin lock, the right leg of Fish is trapping the right arm of Jazz, at least momentarily, from countering. Jazz had to get to a full vertical base and turn inward to alleviate that pressure in order to get out of it. It just expends more energy. And up the back of Fish, check this out, a belly-to-belly release, nicely done. It was textbook in execution, and Bobby Fish felt all of it. And looking to build some momentum here. Looking to get back into this thing. Jazz, the clothesline. In with a stinger splash. That was incredible hang time. And oh, Fish got the boot perfectly placed right to the sternum. And Jazz looking like he just lost every breath in his body, and I think he did. Oh, Jazz caught Fish. Look at this, a leg trap. Suplex variation, tight cover here, 2 count only. And you can see the force that Fish had to use in the kick out to escape that trap. You don't see that often, but Jazz did it. European style uppercut. I don't think Jazz got all of that. He got all that overhand between the shoulder blades though. But the uppercuts aren't connecting right now, and it may be sweat slipping off the anatomy of Fish. It could just be not having that vertical base because Fish took out the legs. I'm not sure, but either way, Fish capitalized. Fish used the opening, hit a back suplex, and Bobby Fish now on top. Could this be all now? And the 2 counts get longer. As you can sense, this matchup has exerted a lot out of both athletes. And oh, look at this, a tight cradle by Jazz, and he nearly beat him. Wow, that could have been it. And look at this, Oklahoma Roll got a near fall. Jazz has a lot of tools up his sleeve, and he may need all of them to survive. Fish, oh God! Oh my God! Overhead suplex, but Fish's body bounced violently off the ropes. He came down on his head. Oh, that was vicious and remorseless out of nowhere. I don't see how Ray Jazz can't be hurt. Jazz, that's a smart move to just roll under the rope. You can't get pinned that way. You'll have longer to recover with a 10 count outside the ring than a 3 count and a pinfall. And Jazz is still fighting, if you can believe it. Look at that. Flying up and over Fish into a backslide. Are you serious? And Fish, yeah, those rights and lefts, the round kicks, breaking Jazz down. He went for the roundhouse. Caught him on the rebound. The second time, got it. And Bobby Fish hooks the leg, and Bobby Fish defeats Ray Jazz.
Your winner of the match, Bobby Fish.
Well, Bobby Fish is victorious, but man, Ray Jazz brought it. And I have to bring forward that this was not the scheduled opponent of either man. And Ray Jazz didn't have to take up this challenge. Ray Jazz could have just said, you know what, my opponent's not ready. Pack it in, call it a day. Better luck next time. But Jazz gave you everything he had, but it wasn't enough to stop the wily veteran and the man who's dominated the world over. Bobby Fish is back in pro wrestling. Women's action on tap. The first Tongan twin sisters in professional wrestling. And yeah, they've got a little bit of Samoan heritage in them as well, especially when you factor in their training under the great Rikishi. Imagine the Samoan bloodline combined with the Tongan heritage. Imagine crossing Umaga and Haku, folks. How tough what you would get in the end is. That is Stephanie and Ashley, the MK twins. So that's why they call her the Queen of Twerk. I knew it wouldn't take long to find that out. She calls herself the $1 billion babe, and perhaps most importantly, Mrs. Van Dam. And Rob, you hit the jackpot, my friend. We've seen Katie Forbes and Rob Van Dam together in Impact Wrestling, but Katie has a 7-year pro as a professional wrestler, but has also been a model. She's been in music videos. She's done fitness competitions. She's been everywhere and anywhere. And I bet you can't guess a couple of reasons why. I'm gonna lay out till it stops moving. So if this is the last you hear from me tonight, you'll know why. Well, I think we can officially retire twerking for everybody that's not Katie Forbes, because I don't think that's ever getting topped. Folks, there's a lot of interesting things I've done in my broadcasting career, which has spanned over 18 years now. And this is going to be a first for me when I tell you that Katie Forbes has a 50-inch ass. That's a soundbite. You can tweet it. You can YouTube it. If GIFs had audio, you could GIF it. But they call her the Forbes 50 for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. And if you ever wondered, that's why. Happy to answer the hard-hitting questions here in the broadcast Eagles Nest of Battleground Championship Wrestling. By the way, that's Stephanie in there against Katie Forbes in this one-on-one contest. It's Ashley on the outside. And Stephanie is a great... sorry, I got mesmerized for a second. That was a counter and a half right there. I don't know what the defensive strategy is. I don't know what you do to stop the momentum of something of that ample nature. I mean, I've heard of having a firm base before, but I'll never mind. I'm going to get myself in trouble. These are all things Katie's proud of, by the way. She is very pleased of the measurements of her posterior, the diametrics of her derriere, if you will. And there's a reversal on Stephanie and that charging hip attack. And Katie calls this all that and then some. Which another charge may have turned into, well, that's just too much. Oh, whoa. And Katie, I think, went for a humiliation factor there, and Ashley pulled Stephanie to the outside. And I think that was a smart maneuver to stunt some of that momentum. We'll see if the Van Dam household can go 2-0 tonight, because we have a lot of unanswered questions about Rob Van Dam's main event tag team matchup a little bit later on. I believe that's next part. And if you're an MK twin, what's going through your mind? Because you haven't had a chance to use any of your power. They're 2-year pros, but man, I bet they've never encountered anything like this in 2 years. Here comes Katie. Oh no, the MK twins were trying to strategize, and Katie hit a crossbody. As the late great Lord Alfred Hayes might say, my word. And there's Ashley. Oh, Ashley just grabbed the leg of Katie Forbes in the mood change, because Katie just smacked her jaw off that ring frame. That was violent. And Stephanie's got an advantage now. And we've talked a lot about Katie and had some fun, but these twins are former Division I basketball players in college. They've been athletes their entire adult life. They're standard bearers and trendsetters here in pro wrestling, and they're tough as nails. Don't forget any of those things, because they play an important part. And now that Stephanie has control, it may be just a matter of when, not if, that this angry Polynesian has her way and scores a victory, much to the dismay of many of our male fans. I like that Stephanie slowed this down. She's taken the crowd out of it. She wants a methodical pace. Doesn't want Katie to make this into a party. I know, but sunset flip. Oh, and there's some reciprocity. There's some anything you can do, I can do better. Drop down on Katie, but a little bit low with the weight positioning. Not enough on the shoulders to keep Katie down. Chin lock cinched in. And she breaks the hold. It may have been, that hold may have been on the windpipe. She may have turned that into a choke. Either way, the official didn't like what he saw. Now, Stephanie's caused a diversion with this official. Ashley wasn't where Stephanie wanted her to be, I don't think, and Katie was waiting for her. Katie saw that coming. The twins advertised it, and it gave Katie an opening. Is it enough of an opening to capitalize? Maybe not. Maybe it is. Stephanie missed the corner charge, duck of the clothesline, and Katie Forbes is starting to mount some offense. Oh, and the former Chloe Hurts in Women of Wrestling, the former music video cast member for Gucci Mane, Katie Forbes, is going. Oh, she's going all right. Oh, she's really going. Check out the bridge on the Moonalock. This is called the Forbes Fortune. And to me, this is the Fortune 500 of potential submission moves because the arc on the bridge is very impressive, but couldn't hold it. I think Stephanie got a hand in there to break the clasp around her jaw. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, the twins tried to switch. The twins tried to switch and the referee caught them. Ashley tried to swap out for her sister. And it didn't work. And watch Katie. Katie rolls up Stephanie. Katie Forbes outsmarts the twins. And I bet I know how we're going to celebrate. Congratulations to Katie Forbes, who, yeah, there it is. MK Twins, I think, outsmarted themselves. I think they tried to be too diabolical and sneaky, and at the end of the day, I think Katie was a step ahead of the MK Twins much of this matchup, and it paid major dividends for Katie, and let's be honest, for these fans as well. Congratulations, Katie Forbes, on a victory at Battleground Championship Wrestling. I'm just going to lay out and let the segment wrap on twerking because I can't think of a better way to do this. There's your beauty shot. The manager of champions, the man that calls it right down the middle, Mr. Bill Alfonso leads in possibly the most popular man to ever compete in the ECW arena. For nearly 2 years, he reigned as an unbeatable World Television Champion, and he's become certainly an icon of a generation with his high-octane, adrenaline-fueled, high-risk style. Not to mention his mellow, laid-back attitude outside the ring. There's only one Rob Van Dam. He does not compete often these days. He is very selective about his appearances. But RVD couldn't pass up a chance to come home to a sold-out ECW arena to stand alongside Bill Alfonso in ring for what's got to be the first time in this building in over 20 years. The all too famous victory lap that Rob Van Dam takes around the ring, sometimes after his matches, sometimes before. Certainly doesn't ensure victory, that's for sure. Not with what he's got against him tonight. But it shows you the love. It shows you the adulation that Rob and these fans share with one another. That connection
You can't explain it, but I swear if you were here, you could feel it.
That may be the only bond as strong as Rob and the fans. Rob and Mrs. VD, Mrs. Van Dam. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, speak the name and the devil will appear. Big Money Mac has infiltrated what he considers the manifestation of a landfill, the ECW arena. And Matt Hardy is dressed to fight. And he's dressed maybe to go a little too extreme. Shades of Matt Hardy's younger years. But I find it ironic that a man that once was part of Team Extreme now rallies against the concept of Extreme and wants to purchase the building and tear it down because he says the original ECW is trash. Now, we knew Sabu is not here to be Rob Van Dam's partner, but Matt Hardy still has a partner to be named that Matt said he was, and he said it's family.
Hey, I didn't say anything, Mark. Sit your ass down. All right, look, fellow Alfonso, I heard you rambling on and on and on and on. Rob,
Rob's a little busy right now.
well, I gotta say this to you. Sure, we all know that Sabu is going through some rough times, right? Yeah. But that's not the real reason he is not here tonight. The real reason he's not here, Fonzie, is because he's afraid of Big Money Matt Hardy.
Well, I don't think Sabu fears any man.
The guy is the definition of extreme. Me. And you know what else? He knows that I was going to tear his ass down. I'm not going to tear down this is massively. This is ECW arena. And I'm going to put the biggest business ever in Philadelphia. So check this out. It's going to be called the Big Money Man, Big Money Laundromat.
Come on.
We got every stains, even blood. That's catchy. This used to be ECW arena. You know that, right?
How witty, how clever.
So the reason I came out here first was to give my partner, my mystery partner, the spotlight and the entrance and the love that he deserves. You might notice I'm dressed in a very particular fashion tonight, not my usual wear. So as promised, my partner has
Been waiting all month for this, Daddy? Okay. Let's see who it is.
my partner is family. Now, we can't lose it.
Wait a minute. Could it be? Oh, wait a minute. That's not his brother. That's family. That's Hardy Family Office. That's Mark Quinn from Private Party. Come on.
I give you all a quick member of the Hardy Family Office.
The only thing worse than Marcus' surprise are his dance moves. What a bait and switch by Matt Hardy, did it on purpose. Mark Quinn went out of a Private Party with Isaiah Cassidy. They've been the proteges of Big Money Matt for many months now. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to argue. Matt's brought out the best in him. He's made him more aggressive, more confident, more focused on wins. And it's made Private Party better, and it's made Matt richer in the process. Got to get that 30%.
I can't
Is Rob really going to go this alone? I admire the guts of Rob, and I understand why he wants to do this, but you don't have to. There's a whole city full of people that'll stand and fight with you, especially after the disparaging remarks Matt Hardy's made about this venue and about the original ECW being trash. The fact that Hardy feels embarrassed and ashamed that he's linked with it, Matt being a champion, ECW world champion in the corporate ripoff of ECW back in the late 2000s. Not an original ECW world champion, but Mark Quinn now set to battle, and Van Dam with a sidekick. And Matt Hardy picks his opening, and apparently our main event is a 2-on-1 handicap match with Rob Van Dam fighting the Hardy family office with a little rolling thunder, and Mark Quinn plays spoiler. Oh, man. And Mark Quinn, there's some of that aggression that the HFO has brought out of Private Party. And Van Dam Matt Hardy's always had one of the hardest right hands in his business. And Van Dam is in a bad way early. And you can't be surprised because Matt Hardy loves to use the numbers game. Matt is a tag team specialist, and being the only person in the ring with a tag team only helps. Matt says he's an empire businessman. He's building franchises of property. He's the greatest ECW champion of all time. I can barely say that and keep my lunch down. Double back elbow, and there's some vintage Hardy double teaming by Hardy and Mark Quinn with his bedazzled pants, whatever the hell that is. Mark's using his 70% on high-end fashion. Fit for the finest clubs in any city he goes to. And Matt Hardy said he has zero respect for RVD and Sabu as human beings. He respects them for the risks they've taken and the damage they've done to their bodies, but no respect for them as human beings. Matt is so condescending. Money doesn't make you. Money doesn't define everything about you. But it's what Mark Quinn is letting everything define about him, because he's buying into the Hardy train. Big Money Matt tagged back in. Rob Van Dam is wide open. Yeah. Matt is just rubbing it in all these faces of these fans by doing this trademark, up 2 count there, the trademark Matt Jeff Hardy offense, after basically telling the entire world that Jeff would be here. When we know that's not going to happen, Jeff has a contract elsewhere. And Rob Van Dam is the worse for wear. Rob Van Dam's very proud. You can't ever take that away from RVD. He will fight and fight and fight, and if he has to go down, he'll do it swinging. Oh, slingshot. RVD's throat. Right into that tightly enforced bottom cable. There's a cover for 2. RVD, I get your pride, but don't let pride be the downfall of your homecoming. Big Money Matt showing off. Can you imagine what Matt Hardy's going to sound like every day on social media if he wins this matchup? If he in his own mind proves that he's the greatest ECW champion of all time? And Matt wants to put Rob to sleep. And if anything will wake him up, it could be Fonzie's whistle. And Bill Alfonso made a great point when he made some comments on the Battleground social media. Matt Hardy, Fonzie almost getting in the ring. Yeah, Fonzie playing spoiler there, but Fonzie pointed out Matt Hardy followed in the footsteps of RVD and Sabu. And by the time Matt Hardy was starting to dress like this and act extreme, RVD and Sabu had already been doing it for a few years. And I think that's a very astute point by Bill Alfonso. And Bill's seen them all over the decades. Rob fighting his way free. He's broken that grasp, those short jabs of Rob. He's so adept at it. Matt reverses, clothesline takedown. And the issue here is that Matt Hardy has the ability to tag young, up-and-coming, future megastar, already on the rise, Mark Quinn. And Rob Van Dam has nothing. He has nobody. Katie Forbes can't help. Bill Alfonso can't help. Not in a legal capacity. And Mark Quinn, come on. No. Mark Quinn went for the 5-star frog splash. What a slap in the face. And thank God Rob Van Dam got out of the way. But, oh, Matt Hardy is measuring RVD. And it's time. Twist of fate. No! Rob caught the leg, comes through with a heel kick. Matt Hardy. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! That's Bully Ray! Bully Ray out of nowhere! Bully Ray, who inducted Paul Ellering of the Road Warriors to the Hardcore Hall of Fame, is coming to save his Extreme Brethren! As Bully Ray unloading on Mark Quinn. The Extreme Brotherhood is unbreakable, especially in South Philadelphia. Mark Quinn goes way up high. And to the floor. And look at the history here. 2 decades of tables, ladders, chairs, and broken bodies along the way. A rivalry that will never die. Matt Hardy and Bully Ray, center of the ring. Twist of fate. Counter. Oh, we know it's coming now. Oh, wait a minute. Bully and Rob each have a leg. Are you kidding me? Katie Forbes? Katie Forbes? What's up? The twerking's up. And I think the Hardy family bloodline may have met its end. Oh, wait a second. Hell, why not? She's so excitable. Oh, Rob's distracted. And Bully's like the moment's lost. Bully just wanted a table, and we somehow got into this mess. Yeah, Rob's busy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wait, here comes the office. Mark Quinn and Matt Hardy back in. They took too much time, and Hardy and Quinn were buying their time and waiting for their opening. Hardy the DDT. And here comes Quinn. Quinn, the shooting star press. Oh, Hardy's gonna do this. Bully kicks out. A near fall as the HFO almost silences the legacy of Extreme. And I don't want to see what this place would look like as a damn laundromat. Oh, Mark Quinn is mocking Bully, and he paid for it. Quinn just knocked out his own boss. Bubba bomb! And there's only one thing left. RVD from way up high. 5-star frog splash. the Extreme Warriors prevail. It wasn't what we thought we'd see for a number of reasons, but through the twists and turns, the two of the men who brought this building to legendary status and became legends themselves in the process stand tall against the infiltrators that wanted to defame the legacy of the Extreme. And Bully, I don't think is sure what he got himself into. I'm not sure how much Bully knows about twerking. Oh, to be a fly on the wall inside Bully's mind right now, but Rob Van Dam, what a homecoming. His first match here in I don't even know how many years, the reunion with Bill Alfonso. And what about Van Dam and Bully? They've had wars against each other, but tonight they fight together. I'm sure we can find one somewhere. Oh boy. There's only one man for this job. In this building, only one man can deliver. Five-time ECW World Champion, timeless hardcore icon, master of the Singapore cane. I was hoping he'd be here.
Sandman with the stash. Sandman with the brew. Happy he didn't drink through it all on the way to the ring. An extreme toast of two different cultures come together under the Brotherhood of the Extreme. Moments like this, forged in decades of blood, sweat, and tears, as these are four of the men who built a dynasty, a legacy, and redefined an era and an industry at a time that so preciously needed it. It's a big-ass extreme beer bash in more ways than one at the legendary ECW Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joe Dombrowski. Thank you so much for joining us the past couple of hours. Follow Battleground Championship Wrestling on its website and on social media. We'll be back December 18th. The Man Beast Rider returns. We'll see you then.